Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another Axel 72 video. Pleasure today to be joined by Liam Dring. Liam, I've come down to your gym today and I appreciate you letting me come down, and I feel like it's only fair when you've got a title fight coming up in just a few days' time. So first of all, to start off with, how are we, mate?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And then, like I say, title fight coming up soon, and I suppose in general, how's the preparations been going and how are you feeling?
So obviously the preparation's been good. Not left any stone left unturned. It's been a hard camp. Don't get me wrong. It's been a mental challenge as well. But I feel fit. I feel ready. I feel in good shape really. So I'm ready for getting that silver Commonwealth and bringing it home.
And I suppose for a fight like this, do you feel like your preparations have been the best that they've ever been?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think at this stage it's the biggest fight in my career. So I've got to put everything into it. I've got to go harder than I went last time. I've got to train for longer than I did last time. I've got to step everything up as such, really, because you don't get a chance like this like any other day, do you, really? It's a one in a month's chance, if you know what I mean, really. So.
Of course, and I suppose when you hear about this opportunity coming around, how long have you kind of been in talks for this fight?
So obviously there's been talks about this fight, but I've had opponents drop out. I haven't seen most of it, such as my trainers in the background. They've seen a lot more of what's been happening. I've had opponents drop out. I've had opponents with injuries. It's just been a bit stressful, to be fair, and it's all come together in end.
And I suppose when it is perhaps a little bit stressful behind the scenes, how important and I suppose maybe nice is it to be able to come to training and just be able to do what you know you can do, and that bit not being too stressful?
It's a weight lifted off your shoulders, obviously, not knowing the stress, because then you can actually focus on the stuff that you want to do, the training that you need to be doing. So yeah.
Of course, and like you say, opponent-wise, it's a bit of an unknown entity, but it's somebody who has got that experience, I suppose, ahead of you. And what are you possibly expecting from him?
I'm expecting him to obviously come out. He's going to want to make a statement, but I've got to play my own game and not let him do what he wants to do.
And when you speak about past fights, past opponents, I mean, you're coming off your first stoppage victory, and I suppose when you look back upon that fight, is it just was it just such a nice feeling to be able to get that first stoppage?
Yeah, it was amazing to get that first stoppage. After obviously, it's like back then I got let down, then I got put on that show last minute. I got my first stoppage, and it was just a relief, really. Say everything come together at last minute, and I really enjoyed the feeling after, and hopefully we can have the same outcome.
Of course, and I suppose obviously you don't go in there to get stoppages, but it's something which will come with time. And do you feel like maybe your style's getting more towards being able to get stoppages, or maybe you're getting stronger or anything like that?
I'd say I'm improving every time I do box. I'm always chipping away at things, always coming back to the gym, working on things that I may have not done so well in the last fight. So I am always improving, and I hope I'm maturing as a fighter and looking to get more of them stoppages.
And when you look back upon the singular defeat that you did have, obviously since then you've been able to go on and get to this point where you're at now, but how much did you learn from that?
Oh, yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. You do. They always say you learn a lot more from a loss than you do a win. I got that loss, come back, not let it bother you. You can't let it bother you. Yeah, it doesn't define you as a fighter. So I come back, worked on the things that I were bad at or that needed improving, should I say, and we go again.
And I suppose, do you feel like perhaps you're a little bit ahead of maybe going back and getting a rematch with Ben?
Maybe, yeah. I think obviously it's a silver Commonwealth, so from there you can only really go up instead of stepping back down, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I think after this one we come back and we look at what's next for me, really.
And this silver Commonwealth title, it's quite a new belt to be around, but I've been seeing a lot of fighters fighting for it as of recent. It's getting that recognition now, and how important, or I suppose how much would it mean to you to be able to get that title?
Oh, it'd mean everything. It just show like everything that I've put into this training camp and the blood, sweat and tears and the emotional side of things, it'll have all paid off. And I think I'll be over the moon. But such as people around me will see how much I've put into it and that it's all been worth it.
Do you feel like sometimes fans perhaps don't kind of realise how much work you are putting in behind the scenes, and I suppose how important it is really to you?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of them don't obviously know what goes on. It's like such as the ticket sales. A lot of people think you sell them tickets and they think you getting the money from it. But that's not the case. It's like with this Silver Commonwealth, you've got sanction fees to pay. You've got your opponent to pay if they're coming from a different country. You're paying for the flights, the hotel stay. So it's hard, you know what I mean? And I've had 4 sponsors that's helped with the cost of things to get this going. So there's ADM Windows, SC Travel. I've had Spray Tech and Bronze Luxury Tanning Studio, and they've all helped me get this fight over the line, really. So I can't thank them enough.
And I suppose when you are fighting on small hall, like you say, this is the main way to get revenue through sponsors. And I suppose, has it ever really been difficult, maybe earlier on in your career before you get these sponsors coming on?
Yeah, it has been difficult. It's because a lot of people think, well, what am I getting out of it? And some of them have got to see it as like an investment. They're investing in you to do well, to come out on top and get the rewards that sort of way. Whereas a lot of people are probably maybe not interested because they think, oh, I'm not getting anything out on it. But it helps us massively, especially not being on these bigger shows like the Matchroom shows and stuff like that, because everything costs. So it just helps loads.
And I suppose maybe an element of boxing that people may not realise is you do kind of have to sell yourself as a fighter and as a product. And do you feel like you're getting more used to doing that now?
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. Still got a lot of improvement to go that side of things, but yeah, I'd say so. But I think such as my performance and stuff like that's with me improving, me becoming a better boxer. Hopefully people will start to see that and start to notice more. So.
And I suppose after a fight, especially after your last one, after a first stoppage, how important is it to, not I suppose too ahead of yourself, but just be able to keep focused and not balloon up in weight too much and things like that?
I think you've always got to stay grounded with stuff like that. It's you never too, you know what I mean. You can't get too big for your boots. You've got to, I've got that right. Forget about that. Let's go to it next. Let's concentrate on what you've got to do. This time you've got to go better, stronger, and so you can improve. You can't think, oh, I won that by stoppage at Reezy. I'm not going to train as hard, or I'm not going to do this, because that's when you start getting your losses again, and you don't want that. So.
And I suppose with somebody like Jay Shinfield, do you feel like he has always been able to keep you grounded?
Oh yeah, definitely. The thing is with Jay, he don't give anything away. You say, how did I do? He goes, all right, that's it. You don't blow no smoke up your arse, which is good. Is old school, and that's what a lot of people need. Because if it's like, oh yeah, you did this amazing, you think, oh, I'm top of the world now. But no, it definitely keeps you grounded, and definitely keeps you focused.
And I suppose having that one kind of main voice when it's in your corner, it has to be important. I mean, recently people have been talking about even Fury in that Usyk fight. He had his dad talking, he had his main coach talking, and it can distract you. And I suppose having somebody like just Jay to be able to focus on when you're in the corner, telling you what you need, is that always important?
Yeah, it's always important because obviously you can always have too many cooks in the kitchen, can't you? So I think if you've got that one person telling you what you need to do, your mind's set on what you've got to do because you're listening to that one person, you're taking on board what they've got to say. And then you're going to go out there in that ring and show what you've got to do.
Of course. And I suppose to move away and maybe talk about more light-hearted topics, I suppose, what would you say boxing-wise? Are you a fan of boxing? And I suppose who have you looked up towards?
Yeah, I'm definitely a boxing fan. I started watching a lot more of boxing. I did it where I just train myself and I won't really watch it, but I have started watching a lot more. But mainly coming like since I was doing it as a kid, I've always looked up to such as your Prince Nazim and stuff like. I like his style. I like how flashy wear and stuff like that. It don't always get you everywhere. Sometimes you've got to go out there and you've got to keep your hands up and you've got to box. But such as him, there's Tyson Fury. There's loads to look up to, really. And I do look at them and think, yeah, I need to be doing that. It's like Joe Cordina is amazing. You know what I mean? His style, you go out there, you watch and you think, yeah, that's good. That I could probably take that and put it into my training. So, yeah.
Is it always important to be a student of the game?
Yeah, because every day's a learning day, I'd say. You always learn every single day something new. So I think you've always got to watch, see what other things do. Because even them at the top, you can always learn when you're on top. You know what I mean? You're never too good. It's like, yeah, you're never too good. There's always something to be learned. So I think you definitely got to be a student in it. Watch what other people are doing and think, yeah, that's a good thing what he's just done there. Yeah.
And I suppose in general these lower weight classes are getting more recognition now, and I suppose for somebody like you who is building himself in a lower weight class, is that always good to see?
Yeah, because you don't see a lot of people getting shown in these lower weight classes. It's more your heavyweights and your stuff like that. But there's a lot of good people out in these lower weight classes, so maybe some people should start to follow the lower weight classes.
Completely agree. And when you speak about Derby and boxing in this area, do you feel like there is this talent there coming through now and it's starting to be shown more?
Yeah, there's loads of lads in this gym. We've got Fraser Morgan, Jimmy Burnside, Jake Morgan. There's a new lad called JB. There's loads of lads in our gym around the lower weights, and they're all brilliant talent. So they're definitely ones to watch out for. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of them fight. I have to agree. And I suppose having this many pro fighters around you, does that just give you that quality sparring that you need?
Yeah. It's like I say, in here we all a big family. We all learn off each other. We all have his good days. We all have his bad days. But it's like we're a bunch of brothers really, and we all get on and we all help each other out.
Is it important to have that sense of community?
100%, yeah. I think you learn more and you thrive off each other really, so it benefits all of you.
And I suppose just to add a little hypothetical question, venues wise, is there anywhere in particular where you would love to fight?
O2 Arena, maybe somewhere in America. But hopefully, as I go down these line, go a bit further down the line, hopefully I can box there one day. We'll see what opportunities come up and go from there.
Definitely, and of course you don't want to overlook anything at the moment, but aspirations wise, how far do you believe that you can go?
I want to go to the top. Hopefully box with them Japanese for world titles. That's what we want, isn't it? So hopefully Japan, that's where we want to go.
Of course. What do you make of them fighters? They seem to be taking over these lower weight classes at the moment.
I think they're very repetitive. They're on the ball all the time. They're very, very clever boxers, very fit, and I think they're doing well up there. So why not? Yeah.
Why not indeed, and I appreciate your time here today. I'm going to leave with this final question. You've spoke about sponsors already, but is there anything else that you want to promote or shout out or anything like that?
I'd want to say thank you to Empire, SC Travel, AMD Windows, M Judge Joinery, there's SLK Seeds, Spray Tech, Bronze Tanning, there's loads. There's loads, you forget about them all, don't you? So yeah, I just want to thank all my sponsors for helping me out. Without sponsors, I couldn't do half of this. And obviously I want to thank everyone that has bought tickets, because without the people buying tickets and supporting you, I won't be where I am today. And if anyone does want tickets, just message me on Facebook or Instagram. There's still some available.
Brilliant, Liam. Well, like I say, absolute pleasure to come down today, and thank you very much. And I wish you the best of luck with your upcoming fight, man.
Thank you very much.